What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be about something that women do that actually gives men permission to disrespect them from the very beginning. Okay, I talk to a lot of women who are dating, who are in relationships they're not necessarily getting respect from guys. They're not being treated fairly. They're not being treated well, or they're not being taken seriously. Right? Many of them are very gorgeous. Many of them are self-respecting enough, but they don't understand why men are mishandling them like hoes. To be honest, right? Why am I being treated like a hoe? Um, a lot of times, women lose that battle from the very beginning. The very first time a man approaches you, sometimes you've given him permission to mistreat you. Now, I know no one should mistreat anyone. Okay, so miss my comment section with that. Okay, we're not speaking in absolutes here, but I'm letting you know that there are certain ideas that take hold in a man's mind. A man who's capable of these dastardly ideas, right? He's obviously not a good man thinking this, but there are certain ideas that take hold in a man's mind when you get a certain response from a woman, right? And so with that, one of those things that men do is when men catcall women, or when men approach women with aggression, they're trying to establish dominance. But that dominance isn't just to show you how masculine he is. That dominance isn't just because he's so manly. And while many women are also often attracted to that type of dominance, that type of boldness, most of the time it's only an indication that a man doesn't respect you. And so if you're at a mall, you're walking around, you're shopping, you're doing anything, and the guy sees you, and his response to seeing you is, hey, you, come here. Hey, shorty. Hey, ma. Hey, you with the pink shorts. Whatever you might say. If it starts with, hey, you, if this man will holler at you from across the room, if he'll create a scene to speak to you, right? And if what he's saying is, hey, you, hey, ma, hey, you, pointing out what you got on, right? If he's raising his voice and he's creating an observable event, right, in the way he approaches you, he does not respect women. You will be bitch hoe for the entirety of whatever relationship happens after that. I can promise you that. And you've given him permission, because from the moment he met you, you didn't require him to respect you, to respect your privacy, right? To respect your sense of self, right? You let him identify you with the color of your shorts. These types of ideas, while it's not your fault a man doesn't have any respect for women, it's your fault for accepting it from the very beginning and signaling to him that he can dictate how you get treated, which should never be up to a man. Okay? You've given him that permission to treat you however he sees fit, and he'll run with it, and it'll get worse and worse. Like I said, you might be bitch hoe for the entirety of the relationship, and if not when speaking to you, definitely when speaking about you. My bitch, my hoe, right? This little hoe. You'll be all of those different things because you've allowed him to dictate to you how you get treated. And women would say, oh, that's not true. I had a man approach me like that, but we have a great relationship. No, you don't. I've not met one woman who has a great relationship when a man has treated her like that, and that's how it started, right? She might like a certain level of being dominated. She might like a certain level of narcissism in her man. But her toxic relationship with narcissism doesn't mean she's being treated well. It just means she's too stupid to understand that she's being treated poorly most of the time. We all know a person. We all have a friend who's getting treated like shit from her partner, but she doesn't think so, right? She's like, whatever. She's just in hog heaven. She's in bliss mode. She's on cloud nine because this is the man she wants, right? Because he's established a dominance, a superior subordinate dominance over that relationship. When men do that, sometimes it really excites women. Some women really want to be with the most masculine man, the most he-man that they can possibly get with. And so it makes a man feel like that when he's coming at people, when he's charging at people like that. But it's a sign of disrespect, not respect. When a man approaches you, if he's not trying to preserve the privacy between your conversation, right? If he's not concerned with the optics of how you look being spoken to, however he's speaking to you, right? If he's assuming that he can yell at you and raise his voice across the room to get your attention instead of approach you like a gentleman, right? Respect your privacy, respect your peace, right? Obviously be non-threatening. Showing respect, making a display, an observable display of respect of whatever boundaries he's not aware you have but assume you have. That man is going to disrespect the hell out of you in a relationship, in conversation, when talking about you, and most of the time when talking with you. Catcalling women isn't an alpha behavior. It's not a dominant behavior. It's just disrespectful. And I guess it's dominant if you get somebody who doesn't respect themselves enough to defend themselves or to correct them. It's not natural dominance. It's natural ignorance that dominates people who are too afraid to do anything about it. This is faux masculinity. That's not real masculinity. Real masculinity doesn't have to encroach upon other people's boundaries to be. It just is. I know I shouldn't have to make this video. I know a lot of people should be beyond this, but people come to my videos at different stages of their life. And now I'm meeting women from time to time who have this issue where guys talk to them any kind of way, and they're so happy to get the attention. And the guy might be handsome, or he might be, masculine, might have broad shoulders, whatever they're into. And so they'll allow it to happen, and then they'll wonder why they're getting disrespected, talked down to, cursed out, or even hit or beat on in the future. Why it came to that point. And it was clear and obvious that he didn't value women or anybody in general outside of his own self from the way he approached you. When a man approaches you like this, shut him down. Not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. You can even be nice. Give him a fake number. Give him a throwaway number. Give him I don't give a damn what you do. You maintain your safety, because some of these men can't handle rejection as well. So I'm not going to tell you to do anything to get yourself hurt. But giving him more access to you isn't going to be smart if you're afraid for your safety. So you might as well find a nice way to reject him. But definitely don't try to pursue anything with a man just because he feels masculine in the way he approaches you. Because most of the time, that type of approach, the AU, the catcall, the ma, hey, the yelling, that is just a sign that you're going to be bitch ho, and that he doesn't even know who he is as a man yet. Also, before I go, I want to let you guys know that for a temporary time only, I haven't put a date on it, but right now calls are starting at $20 on my website. That's right. I get a whole lot of people in my inbox asking for free advice, free calls, free this, free that. I'm not giving out anything free. I'm fresh out of favors. But what I did was I created a short express call that's $20. If you need help and you cannot afford help, if you can't afford any of your other favorite YouTubers or any of your other favorite influencers coaching, $20. If you can't afford to talk for $20, then you probably have worse issues than relationships. And you'll likely start a relationship from a dependent place, which no one should ever be. No one should ever be too broke to break up. And that's where you're going to be starting your relationships if you can't afford $20 coaching sessions. So with that said, well, you don't owe $20 to me. I don't owe anybody free advice. So if you want advice, if you're doing bad, if you want advice, or you just like to have short, quick, easy, simple calls, and you don't want to break the bank, the calls are starting at $20 on my website. You can't beat it. There's nothing to complain about. Just book a call if you need a call. Okay. Again, I don't know how long these will last. It's kind of an experiment. I've gotten people asking me for free calls and free time for so long now that I'm just trying to do an experiment to see if people are actually broke or they're just playing with me. And most of the time I think they're just playing with me, or they're prioritizing other things, which is their right to do. But it's also my right to say no if you're in my comment section, or if you're in my inbox telling me I'm broke but I need help, and then you send me 3 or 4 pages worth of shit to read. So anyway, $20 calls on my website for a limited time only. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be making videos or be a coach. So get on my client book before it's too late, because I always continue to coach the clients I've had before, but I won't be taking on any new clients once I put coaching down. Also, if you're interested, the 3-month program is back and it is about to expire. So if you're interested in that, it consists of 8 calls, 8 hours worth of phone calls or video calls, and unlimited text messages 24/7. Pretty much me being on call to you for 3 months. Okay, that program is $1,000 or $9.99, but for 3 months I'm pretty much on call to you at all times. I think that's a fair amount in time and calls, and 24/7 access to me for 3 months. So whatever comes up between our calls, we can still discuss in text messaging or voice note. Okay, so I think that's a fair price for a lot of coaching. If you don't, that's on you. But if you're interested in learning more about how that program is structured and how it can help you, click the link below. If you're too broke to pay attention but you still need coaching, click the other link below for my $20 phone calls. That's all I got for now. Follow me at KidFig24 on Instagram. I'll get with y'all later.